Well, if you're thinking about buying one of these Mavic Mini knockoff drones, the ones that go between around $39 and $70 or so, you're going to want to know a few things about it before you fly it. One, forget about folding it and keeping it in its bag along with the controller, unless you want to risk losing these propeller guards all the time. I hot glued these into place because they would fall off every time I bumped into something. Anytime I'd landed hard, the legs would fall off. So I've got these glued on, and I've got these legs. Okay, I've tried gluing them on with various glues, and most of them didn't work well. I ended up using epoxy to keep the legs on. And as you can see, I also cut up some ballpoint pen springs and epoxied those onto a soft, cushiony type of thing. These actually were pen grips. You can pick them up at Dollar Tree in a package of 6 or something, to cushion the landing. Same thing back here. These are the same things. 2 springs and mounted onto that foamy pen grip material. So also I put on a reflector, a Wi-Fi reflector for the Wi-Fi video signal. On my other drone, I had the RC antenna sticking out the top here, and I might do the same thing with this one. But I just wanted you to know, before you fly, even before you try it out in your house, do these things first. Because I have covered all of the typical failures that occur on first flying these things, or learning to fly them. Let's see if there's anything else. Also, a lot of people complain about the fact that the camera lens points too far downward. It's actually movable. See if I can stabilize this camera a bit. It is movable. You can roll it up and down, and it's a ball, like a ball and socket joint. But what I did was I cut off with an X-Acto knife. I cut off some of this top ridge here so that I can move the camera lens up even further, and that gives me much better camera coverage, more toward the horizon than the ground. Also, the ends of these guards are dipped in Plasti-Dip rubberizer, just to cushion the impact from bumps. Also, if you ever intend on opening the thing up, be sure you're going to have 4 O-rings fall out from each leg joint. What you're going to want to do is super glue them into the top of the body. Then put the body back on the legs. This will fall out. This plastic red lens, or actually it's a white lens, it's a red LED. But that will fall out when you take it apart. So when you take it apart, super glue it into place, as well as glue this headlight assembly into place. That's going to fall out too. That's about as much as I can think of right now. As far as the controller goes, they're all the same. Basically the same with these Mavic Mini knockoffs. This is my controller. I just pulled the antenna out of the casing and soldered a wire onto this range extender Wi-Fi antenna, and boy does it work. I got up to 1,050 feet range between the drone and the control box, And that was actually the limit. That was the length of my street. I couldn't go any further. So it probably goes a little bit further than 1,050 feet or 1,090 feet. But that covers what you're going to want to do before you start flying this thing. Do the maintenance, the preventive maintenance first. In the Army, we called it PMCSing. Preventive Maintenance Checklist, I think. I don't remember it now. PMCS. Anyway, you're going to just do the PMCS and you will be much happier. You'll be taking your drone apart less frequently and finding a way to get it back together less frequently.